Hey everybody, this is Dean Berg, one of the hosts of Move the Mic Stand podcast. Are you ready to elevate your game both on and off the court? Well, then I want to tell you about our sponsor for this week, the Hoop Sauce, where basketball passion meets street style. Whether you're hitting the hardwood or just hanging out with friends, their unique apparel is designed to bring out the player in you. From warm-up shirts, shorts, hoodies, backpacks, and even a kids line, they got the perfect gear to express your love for the game. Each piece is crafted with care, combining quality materials, eye-catching designs that make you stand out. Get ready to turn heads and make a statement with the Hoop Sauce, because when it comes to style, it's always a slam dunk. Check them out at thehoopsauce.com to shop their latest collections, and follow them on their social media for exclusive drops and updates. Wear your passion, wear the Hoop Sauce.
Tapedeck Media.
We're breaking the past. Jokes are our currency. Laughter's the aim. Tune in with us. Let's play our game. Come on and gather. It's a wild ride. Move the mic stand. We're ready to go. Dean and Cash bring the comedy flow. With every tale, we're spreading joy wide. So come take a seat. Join the fun ride.
Hey everybody, how's it going? Happy New Year!
Happy New Year!
Yes, Happy New Year! Welcome to this episode of Move the Mic Stand podcast. I'm one of your hosts, Dean Berg.
And I'm your other host, Money Karl. You're right. You know what? We were just talking. We were like, who's going to introduce this week? And we were like, we can't remember who did it last time. And I just remembered because I did the smooth NPR.
I think so. Yeah, you're right, yeah.
So I was second last time. So now I have to do 2 weeks in a row going forward.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, we try to rotate so you don't have to listen to the same person kicking it off every week.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, you kind of do anyway because of the ad.
Oh yeah, there's the ad. That's right. Sorry, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah.
Which I guess, talking about the ad, we might as well just jump into who our sponsor is for this week.
Yep.
And it is, once again, the Hoop Sauce.
Nice.
Providing stylish basketball and athletic wear for all your basketball and street ball needs.
Athletic leisure wear, like I like to call it.
Yep, and backpacks. They got backpacks and all that sort of thing. You know, check them out at thehoopsauce.com. They also have a nutrition supplement type line called Hoop Sauce Labs. It's kind of a little bit separate, but we're throwing it in there anyway.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
We're cool like that.
Yeah. So, all right. So, what do we want to do today? We want to get rolling here and talk about...
some comedy stuff? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I got a good tip right off the bat because you and I both have just recently done some shows. So,
Yep.
I would say it's probably good for us to talk about what it means to be a good audience member.
Oh, so for because, we do focus a lot on, doing comedy and stuff like that, but it's important to be a good audience member.
Well, even as a comic, you're still being an audience member, but also I'm just saying, too, like, if we're actually going to a show, too, I mean, if we're not performing, we're just, watching, I mean, we're still being an audience member, so.
Yeah, for sure. No, that's a good point, though, because I don't know if it's the nature of people seeing things on TikTok with a lot of crowd work and stuff like that. But I know I've had a number of people come to me after shows and, have asked, about crowd work and, this was a little different than I thought.
Right.
And I think it's because they're seeing social media stuff where there's...
It's only crowd work being shown for the most part.
Yeah, and that is not the whole show in most cases.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's just the stuff that's like spur of the moment, more improv-y type stuff anyway that you're prepared to some extent with if you usually have a question, you're looking for either side for an answer and you have something prepared either way. But I mean, sometimes it's not. It's just, let's just throw this out there and see what happens.
Well, right. And so one of the aspects of being a good audience member is no matter how much you've had to drink or, that you've ingested or whatever, you're really losing out on the show if you're constantly talking or, it's good to laugh or, just okay to make a little comment here or there. But I've been to several shows where there's somebody usually seriously inebriated who makes comments or whatever after every punchline.
Single joke. Yeah.
Yeah. Even if it's, and I don't mean like they're like, that sucked. I mean like they'll repeat the punchline
Or they'll throw their own tag that they just somehow came up with.
Yeah.
Like that, like they're trying to take over your set in a way.
And sometimes, yeah, sure, I want to do a little bit of crowd work, and I want to try to appeal to that, and let people have fun and that sort of thing. But one of the shows I recently did, this guy was so drunk, like so much, like I would throw out a tag, a punchline, whatever, and then I'd just hear, and I'd be like,
man,
yeah, like I was trying to figure out what he would say, or what he did say, and half the time I couldn't tell, and, or he'd be like, and then I was just like, what the hell was that? And he was like,
hey, you guys.
Well, after I processed it a little bit, he just said that was a really good one, but I couldn't, get him at all.
Right.
And I mean, on occasion, there might be somebody that'll yell something out, or, because I ain't gonna say what it was, but at the most recent show, there was a guy in the back that I made a statement in my set, and he yelled, "I bet this guy's been divorced," and I was like, "We're gonna get there, buddy," or whatever. And I found that funny. So I'm not saying do that.
Right.
But I guess my thing with it is I have had it happen enough, at bar shows and things like that, where I don't want to say I'm used to it, but I've come to expect it.
Yeah.
So I work through it pretty well, I think. Like I try to, I don't really engage. I might listen to what they said while I'm talking, kind of like a multi-brain kind of thing, trying to see if it's anything.
If you can work with something off of what they said and be funny.
Yeah, most of the time I pass over it. Sometimes I'll say, "What's that?" Because I do want to
hear what they're saying.
Yeah, and engage, and especially when it's in a smaller venue or something like that. But you're really ripping yourself off, and you're ripping off the people around you.
Right.
Because some of my punchlines and tags were completely missed because
people couldn't hear.
Well, they're like, "What did he just say?"
Or the timing was weird because you had to address it or whatever. Yeah.
Well, and the other thing too is I was just recently headlining a show, and I had like a full set that I was going to do, and I had kind of worked it out to do what time I was required to do, and I maybe made it through. Maybe a little bit, almost 2/3 of it, not quite. Like I had a lot of material I had to skip over.
Right.
Because I was going long. So they didn't even get the whole show. They didn't even get the whole experience. And I was over on time. And it was getting late and whatever. And I mean, yeah, you can, when you're closing a show, you can kind of keep going, but...
Especially if the booker's cool with it and there isn't like a strict cutoff time, and if people are vibing. Yeah.
Sure, and I'm not going to lie. I did, as I was going through it and looking at like what I had listed and kind of feeling where I was at time, and then looking at a clock and stuff like that, I was just kind of like, they don't deserve it all. I mean, I know that sounds crappy, or like, wow, what a pompous asshole that Dean guy can be. But I just felt like when you're doing comedy or any type of performance like that, you are giving energy away.
Yeah.
That's where the laughter comes from. You're giving energy away. And that could be exhausting at times. And it's kind of like, in my head, I justified to myself, I'm losing the crowd because they're distracted by one or two people that are just constantly going. And a lot of times people will silence that or bounce it or whatever, but at this particular show there was nobody doing that, and I just kind of felt like I've given a lot of energy already, and I'm going to save the rest for the drive home, because it was just kind of like I don't know, and I don't know, maybe other comics are just like, I'm going to keep going. I mean, I've seen people bail though. Like they don't even do their full set and they bail because they're frustrated by it. I'm not going to do that. But when I had my time, which I had already gone over, so I did more than was in the contract, and essentially what I was getting paid for, which is fine because I enjoy doing comedy. But I just decided, like, I've given enough energy into this. These few people that are just after every joke or whatever, they're just ruining it for everybody. I can tell everybody themselves is getting exhausted by these people because they are sucking the energy right out of the room.
Yep.
So I know I'm on a soapbox, but
Well, I'm on the same soapbox with you. Like,
so
I have similar situations too.
yeah, and so it's just like you're ripping yourself off because I didn't give them the whole set. There was like stuff that I felt hits really well at shows, and I didn't do it.
Yeah, you didn't come out with the bangers or the classics.
No,
like what you did, but like you didn't give them every banger and classic.
No,
yeah,
and yeah. So they lost out from that standpoint, but it took away from the enjoyment of other people, and that
no, it
sort
took
of thing.
away from your enjoyment too.
Yeah, and so when you are being a good audience member, listen to what the comic's saying. Laugh. For sure, laugh, because, I mean, granted, some of it I did pause because I did get laughs and claps, and, that was a good one, that was hilarious, oh my God, stuff like that.
Yeah, which sometimes it's hard to, like, account for that beat that you gotta just wait.
Yeah.
That you're like, oh, this reaction hasn't happened to this particular joke this way
Yep.
before, and then you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Gotta remember to let them laugh and kind of wait till it starts dying down, but yeah, get that.
Yep, and I literally stopped at the point in the show where I knew I was getting close on time, and I looked at my notes, and I was just like, yeah, or my set list, I should say, we're going to skip that, we're going to jump to that, and I like to make my sets very cohesive,
Yeah.
and very, like, the flow. Like
I was going to say, most recently, like, some of your sets have been, like, it feels like you're telling... like you're not, I don't want to say your life story, but it almost feels like you're giving a chunk out of your life.
Just a slice of my life.
Yeah, and it's like like everything's like flowing into the next thing, and then you at least one time I saw you tie it together in a different way.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, that was awesome. Like that was like A-list level comic.
Oh, thank you.
Like organization of it. Like you brought it all together and it just made so much sense. Like you referenced so many callbacks and references back to like all the other punchlines, but like not like you just repeated the same thing, but you like made it fit that situation too.
Yeah,
it was cool. It was like really cool to see that.
Well, thank you. In a certain like style, I guess, that I use when I am up there is it's like I'm unfolding a storybook. Like start off with something, and then it's like you're watching a TV show and it's going to wrap up at the end, and then all of a sudden it was like, wow.
Yeah,
I really like
on
that.
a cliffhanger.
Yeah, you're not just left hanging.
Yeah.
So I looked at my notes, my set list. I keep saying my notes, but they're not really notes. It's just little...
I mean there's a distinction between that too. Like I feel like people in the audience don't necessarily know the difference. Much, but so maybe we should explain that a little bit too. But like, when comics almost will always have something with them. Sometimes some people make it a little too obvious. I know I've done that on occasion.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to get better at like not having my set list so obvious.
Sure.
But I guess first we should define the difference. So the notes is like, it could be the full written out joke. It could be
your full set written out word for word sometimes.
And it could be pages upon pages upon pages. And then set list is more like a summary of your entire set.
Yep.
So
it's just an outline or just words.
Yeah. Usually
1 word, 2 words.
Yeah, usually mine's like no more than 3 words a joke to remember by. And it could be a 5-minute joke. I just need that.
It could be butt chugging.
Yeah.
And then that's not actually a joke or anything I do, but
well, now it has to be.
Yeah, now it has to be. But when you look at the set list, like, oh yeah, I'm going to do the bit about butt chugging.
Yeah.
And or whatever. And so that's the difference.
Yeah, and I mean, I think it's important to have... I mean, I know I've heard other comics be like, don't bring anything up on stage, but it's
I used to be like that, but I don't know.
I feel like having that set list is important when you have a show where the audience is being difficult.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
Or if you say a joke and it doesn't go well with that particular crowd, and you're like, oh, I got to pivot because they particularly didn't like...
that style or that...
drug references or whatever. So then you're like, okay... all right, I'll jump to this and try to rearrange a little bit on the fly.
And that's kind of what I did.
Yeah.
So I looked at my set list, and then I was just like, what can I cohesively string together? Like I'm sewing a tapestry of my jokes and everything. What can I sew here that fits in and looks good? And I skipped a lot of stuff that I really enjoy doing, and I have felt like audiences enjoy as well. Mm-hmm. And I just felt like, I was like, oh, you guys are ripping yourself off. And I mean, granted, the clapping and the laughing and the pauses like that,
Well, that's like a bonus. Like you're not gonna give them less because you got that. If anything, you're gonna give them more.
Well, and I think it adds to the show,
right?
Because then other people are like, ha, yay, we're having fun, But when you're just yelling or talking or, whatever, and it's not when you're being engaged by the comedian, comic, whatever you want to call us, when you're not being engaged by them and you're just trying to be part of the show or... and it's fine too. Like if he's laughing and he's like, "Oh, that was a good one," or whatever.
Right. Those side comments like that. It's not attention on me. It's more of it's giving you that feedback. I mean, laughter is ultimately the best feedback that you want because it's not as disruptive. But still, if you're able to also like be in the moment and hear those things and be like, "Oh, that guy said it was a good one." Make a note of that mentally.
Yeah.
That this guy particularly enjoyed it. Look back at your tape or audio, listen to your audio again and be like, how did I do it this time? Okay, definitely want to do that again in front of somebody else.
Yeah,
and see how that goes.
Well, and I was talking about like a little bit in the section about like my cat running away kind of thing. And the guy just yelled something out where he's just like, and I was like, what the hell did you just say? But he said, well, I'd kill the damn thing.
Jeez.
Well, and it's like, that added nothing.
Yeah.
That did nothing. And now, granted, dude was drunk out of his mind. And
he probably was thinking those things and not saying them. It's possible.
Maybe. And he was doing some other stuff outside, too.
Oh my.
So he had multiple substances on him. He was an older guy, too. He was like in his 70s, which was kind of weird.
What, was he just out there shooting heroin or snow or?
He was butt chugging. No, he was just hitting like some vapes pretty hard and smoking some weed and then drinking like crazy and
again, it was this show. This was for New Year's, right? So I mean, people are celebrating, right?
Yeah, it's fine. Yeah, now everybody's gonna know where it is and who I'm talking about, which is fine. I don't care.
Well, I mean, I still think it's probably important to hear feedback too.
And I battled with myself a lot because I really, really just wanted to roast the guy so bad. I had something ready just from
in the chamber, ready to go.
Yeah, the way he looked, it was like something I just had ready to go, and I was just gonna say. But he did genuinely seem like a nice guy, and I didn't want to.
Turn him off because
Yeah, and I didn't want people to be like, "Wow, what an asshole!"
Right. And that's always hard to determine if you have to be an asshole to an audience member that's being disruptive.
Yeah,
because like personally for me, if like because I've also been in these situations with, and I would definitely call them hecklers and even more so disruptors for sure. Like it's like I have to pause the show to tell you off because you're not stopping. Like I shouldn't have to do that as the performer. There should be somebody, the booker, whatever, should be like monitoring the room because now, like, if you're the booker and you got all these people to pay for tickets and you have one person disrupting the show, no one's going to come to another show for you,
right?
Unless you're being a sketchy booker and you're like, I'm only going to do this one time off in this town and I'm never coming back. Fine, but it's not a good reputation to have.
No, and I actually I don't want to say I got in trouble, but like at a show there was some people that were being disruptive, and I, as the comedian, as a comic, I went up to them, and basically bounced them, and people were grateful and everything, but then I was told that's not your job.
Right.
That's not, you shouldn't have to worry about doing that.
Right, but if someone's not taking care of it and you're like, I don't want to take 10 minutes out of my set because now I have to police, like,
Right.
I mean, and even then I wouldn't even say the host of a show should do that. It should be either the booker or
the venue.
or the venue, or like the booker hires someone
Well,
to act as security in a way, I guess. But
in this particular instance, the venue owner himself was quite
inebriated himself.
and occasionally was
sure.
saying
And
things.
you can't really get like too upset or crazy with that. But I mean, we just have to set that standard for audiences instead of like the whole, like you were saying, like people watching on TikTok and they see crowd work, so they think that they can engage on everything, not just stuff that's meant to be engaging.
Right. And if you really are paying attention to those videos, those clips, it's usually the comedian saying to the person in the audience, like, hey, what's your name?
Yeah.
Where are you from?
Setting it off, starting it. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
And
not-
like when you see the ones where like somebody was like, you can't say that, blah, 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 or you're racist, or whatever they're yelling at the person, those usually aren't going well.
yeah, they're not.
You know, the comic might say things that are funny and you like it, but that's not going well. The comic is not happy. The audience is not happy. You know, that's not going well.
And at that point, they have that clip just because they wanted to get something out of that show or whatever. Right.
And that's where some of those clips are fun to watch and whatever, but to an extent, it does like positively reward people
For doing it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, a couple of them I've seen. I was like, that person has to be embarrassed.
Yeah. Well,
Like-
but also we got to remember too, a lot of those clip stuff like that
Are
we're
staged.
seeing. Well, no, that we're well, they could be, but the stuff that we're seeing like that is usually from a well-established comedian where they're not losing out on tickets
No,
because of that clip. They're just putting it out because they're trying to, work with the algorithm a bit and
Right.
have content daily or whatever that they can throw out there. And you spice up, 15 minutes of crowd work into 30-second clips. Boom, you got 30 days of content or whatever. So, I was going to bring up a show recently that I made a mistake. I said a political thing, even though I wasn't trying to mean for it to be political. It was just a one-off comment.
Yeah, it was just it was stating a observation.
Yeah.
I was there.
Yeah, and it was just to kind of be like, hey, this is crazy. Like, I'm not caring whether you and I'm pretty sure I even said it this way. I don't care what side you stand on politically.
Right.
Just the craziest thing that happened was, and then it just set somebody off. Just
It started a fight in the crowd.
It just mentioned. I'll say it. Yeah. So I literally mentioned the craziest thing that was like said during like campaigning and stuff was when Donald Trump said people are eating cats and dogs, and just saying Donald Trump was enough to set somebody off to like disrupt the entire show.
And then the people in the audience, I remember that because they started arguing about like, we were a blue county. No, we were red.
Right.
And it just turned into this thing. And then, it got kind of crazy.
Which, I mean, I definitely have heard, don't mention politics or anything, politics, religion, all those kind of things. But it was like, I was not trying to be disruptive. I was just literally trying to say a statement.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of crazy. And then the crowd reacted
And it
in
was
a
more
negative
a
way.
pet joke than a political joke.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And there was more to it. And then, I had to bail on the rest of the bit. I had a whole, 3 other sections to that. And it was like, dang, okay.
Yeah.
And trying to recover from that, it was crazy. And the room was big too. So, I couldn't hear what they were saying. I just know that they were yelling and, chairs were shuffling. And then, then they got thrown out.
And then they were thrown out. Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Well, and that's another thing too is you never know how the comic is going to react.
Right.
Either. I've seen where comics have stopped and said, will you get this person out of here? I'm not finishing the show till you get this person out of here. I've seen the comic stop and yell at people.
I did that at one show before. They literally ate 12 minutes of my time, commenting like how you said.
Yeah.
But it wasn't like I say something and then they react. It was literally them just talking.
Yeah.
For 12 minutes. And it was like, all right, there's 70 people in here that paid to be here. And they're like, we paid to be here too.
Well,
and I was like, okay, do you see anybody else talking during this? And they were in the front row. So it was definitely very disruptive. And they're like, no. And then I was like, I need to get the rest of the audience on my side. Otherwise I will look like an asshole.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, everybody else, are they being disruptive? yeah. And I was like, okay, so now everybody else realizes that you're being disruptive. Can we either, stop talking, or could you leave? And they were like, okay. And then they shut up. But
I thought you were going to be like, fine, we'll leave.
They didn't leave. But it was just like, okay, you burned like 30% of my set for that time. So I was like, okay. But but I didn't want to have to be like that. But I was like, if I don't say anything,
right,
then I'm going to be done in 5 minutes of doing my set. Like, there was nothing I could do at that point.
I've seen that happen the most probably at like bar shows.
Yeah, it was definitely a bar show. It wasn't. It wasn't like a comedy club show.
No, at a comedy club or other performance. I can speak.
You've been sharing beverages with that guy. I'm just kidding.
Or even like performance theaters and stuff like that. You don't usually see that,
right?
But I think people pay a little bit more for the tickets too, and maybe
not necessarily. I've seen some bar shows that are
pretty expensive.
Pretty darn expensive. I'm like, dang, I can't believe you're charging this much when like a club is charging half that.
And I think a lot of people think of it like a band. Like when a band is playing, bands even get pissed off if you're not paying attention to them sometimes,
Which is wild, because it's like everybody wants to hear the band's greatest hits, and they'll hear the same song 3 times in a row if it's a banger.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to hear that for a stand-up joke.
No.
Like, you get one go at it, and then that's it. You come to another show, I guess.
Right, right.
I guess unless you're really big, like, I don't think Jim Gaffigan really likes to do the Hot Pockets anymore. But, like, people always are shouting. I remember the 2 times that I went to see him.
Yep.
He didn't do Hot Pockets at all, but people the whole time
the audience were yelling,
Hot Pockets!
Oh, I do Hot Pockets.
Yeah. Which I mean, if I got to that point, I think I would want to, because that's good feedback of this is what people enjoy. But I don't know, at that level, it's like he's probably done it thousands of times already. He's just, I'm not doing it ever again. But
so, kind of wrapping it up, because I feel like we've been talking about this for like 20 minutes now.
That's okay. I mean,
and we're not trying to be preachy or anything like that, and it is definitely not like a reflection on our ability to do comedy or anything like that, because I was told repeatedly they felt I handled it well. They felt I worked through it with grace. And speaking of grace, I fell off the back of the stage. I forgot to mention that. Right when I got there, so the stage wasn't like all the way up to the wall, and it was kind of dark. And there was like a spotlighty kind of thing, and it was kind of dark. And
was it a high stage?
Oh. No, it wasn't.
Just like 6 inches to a foot.
Yeah, about that. Okay. And
still, which could take you out.
Yeah, it could. And I was just like talking, and when I got introduced, they're like, "Oh, he's an axe thrower, comedian. He's been in a movie you probably haven't seen." Blah blah blah. Crap like that. And I was just on the stage, just kind of moving around, doing my thing, and I took a step back. And there was a gap. And so I was like, and I said, "Oh, like you said, I'm a axe thrower, blah, 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 been in a movie, blah, blah, blah." And then I fell off the stage, but I landed on my feet. And I was just like, and I'm a freaking gymnast. And, I mean, it got a laugh. But then it was kind of funny because there was this older lady off to the side. And anytime I would get close, she'd be like, "Oh, be careful." And I'm like, no, I got it figured out. I got it figured out. It's in my brain. I'm not going to fall off again.
But see, that is a good audience member in the sense of like they're paying attention and they are engaged and all that. I just remember like doing like more like self-deprecating type of jokes, and I remember one like I was like I'm ugly or something, and I just remember somebody in the audience going, "Aw, you're not that bad." But just like, like those kind of comments, like it's funny to hear those kind of things, even though nobody else in the audience was laughing at that. But it's just like, I guess it's kind of in that same thing. She was empathetic towards your situation.
Yeah. So it may kind of sound like we're talking out of both sides of our face. We're like, don't be disruptive, but if you do this or do that. But I mean, if you are going to contribute other than laughter and clapping, like, know the difference between being disruptive and supportive, I guess.
Yeah, well, this was a point I was gonna make. I was thinking about too, is like I do a lot of not necessarily crowd work, but just like checks to see if they are engaged. Like I'll ask a question, and it's not like geared to a particular person.
Yeah.
It's just like, hey, do you eat food?
Yeah.
And then it's just like, I'm just doing that just to see, one, if they're paying attention, and then I'll have something like, oh, I saw the three of you that didn't eat food. What are you, an alien? Or this is the last day of your lives? I don't know. It's just something like off the top of the head. Usually I'll try to come up with something. If I do, that's not actually one of my bits, but like just like something like that, just to kind of see if they're engaged. And then sometimes I will try to single out a person or whatever to ask the question.
Yeah.
And at that point, I do want them to respond, because if I'm having to like do it I'll have a backup if they decide not to, but like at that point, like, I'm asking a question like, hey, you, Dean, do you eat food?
Sometimes.
Right. So like I need that at least, like,
Yeah.
because if I'm just like, hey, Dean, do you eat food? And then it's just dead air like that.
Yep.
Then I have to try to figure out something different, or I'll ask somebody else. But it's like, yeah, that at that point, I 100% want you to engage with me. That's the whole point of me doing that.
Well, and the other thing final thing before we step off the
Jerry's
soapbox.
final thoughts?
Kind of.
Okay.
Well, and sometimes too, and I've seen it like at open mics or wherever, where somebody thinks like, I don't know, that their life probably sucks. They don't have a lot going on in their life. They probably don't have a lot to be proud of, and that sort of thing. Will yell something in the terms of like, you suck, or you're not funny. And, the audience may laugh at that, but they're laughing at the person who said it like, you're a fucking asshole.
Yeah.
They're not laughing like, you're right.
It's an awkward, uncomfortable laugh.
Yeah.
Like,
and if the comic is like, and I'm not saying it's ever happened to me or happened to, anybody I know or anything like that.
As you're smiling at no, it has happened. It has happened to me. And no, I'll completely admit that, my type of comedy isn't for everybody, and I'm fine with that. Like, if it doesn't work for you, cool, but don't ruin it for everybody else that is having a good time and enjoying it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and because everybody, everybody's kind of laughing at the fact that the person is an asshole and a piece of shit more than, they're not agreeing with you. Now, granted, if somebody is up there and they're just spewing hate or, something like that, and you yell something like, hey,
that's not cool.
That's not cool, man. Or something like that. That's a little different. But if you see the comic up there and they're trying, and like I said, they're giving you that energy, and that's any performer, whether you're a musician, comic, actor, you're giving away energy. And as beings, we have a finite amount of energy.
Right. And if you're going to be in that audience, you should be respectful of
and
that
we're giving
person.
you a gift
Yeah.
of energy. And even if you're not feeling the energy, at least respect it.
Yeah. You don't have to say anything. You don't have to laugh.
No, you see they're trying.
Yeah.
And I mean, I've been to some particularly like open mics sometimes where you're just like thinking to yourself, oh my God, this is brutal.
Yeah.
Keep it in your head. It's going to end. And if it's bothering you that much,
talk to them after the performance.
Or don't even, just leave.
Well, I was going to say, but I mean, if it's that important to you, don't do it during the performance, but you can still say, hey, man, I appreciate you trying. I'll just tell you from what I saw, I didn't think that the audience reacted well to that.
Right.
Maybe try reworking it some other way.
Well, and also, even if you are being disruptive, I've also seen where other audience members like don't like it and they say something.
Yeah.
They're like, shut your fucking mouth. And, and I'm like, oh, damn, there's going to be a fight.
Yeah, sometimes there is some self-policing in the audience, which is, I feel it's unfortunate that it has to happen, but man, I do appreciate that, because then I don't have to do that and I can continue going on with my material.
Right.
But yeah, it still sucks if that happens.
But, all right. So to be a good audience member, accept the energy, give some of it back with laughter and clapping. If you're not feeling it, disassociate or do something.
But just be respectful about it.
Well, and and if somebody comes and says something to you like, hey, shh, shh, like whether it's a person who works there or whatever, respect that too, that maybe you've had too much to drink, maybe you smoked a little too hard, whatever it is, just accept that, oh, I might be being an asshole here. And I know there's people that are proud to be an asshole. They're like the version of a Lee Greenwood song. I'm proud to be an asshole. Or whatever. Or even the Dennis Leary song, Asshole. That song's funny. But nobody likes you.
Right.
Your mom doesn't even like you. I'm going to tell you that right now. Like, if you're one of those people that are doing it on purpose, your mom doesn't like you. She'll lie. She'll say, I love you. But I know.
She doesn't mean it.
No, she's like, I should have swallowed. I should have used a condom. Or I wish I knew how to get an abortion.
Jeez.
Or even if I had a wire hanger.
Jeez.
Your mother does not love you. And I'm saying that with the sincerest, deepest, honest parts of my butthole.
He's just doing that as a test to see if you're going to be a good audience member listening to us this week.
Yeah. at the next show. Yeah, if you want to yell at your podcast playing device, go ahead.
Yeah. You can throw your phone against the wall and break it. We're not buying you a new one.
No, but if you want to be like, shut up, Dean. Yell it at your phone all you want on the podcast. I don't care.
Yeah.
You're listening and I still get paid.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so we're good. This was kind of preachy, and I'm sorry.
Oh, we got to have at least one, overly, about comedy episode anyway.
Well, it's just that I see a trend.
Yeah. And in a new year, we want to try to get people started off right.
Yeah. And be a good audience member. We're trying
to be a good person.
Yeah. And that's where I was going with your mom doesn't love you.
Yeah.
God called and told me you were his only mistake.
Oh my.
Yeah.
You're cooking right now. You're cooking.
Yeah.
You're going to start getting letters.
Probably.
I mean, actually that's a pretty good sign that you've either said something wonderful or against someone's morals is you actually get a handwritten letter.
Yeah.
I've gotten a couple of those before and it's like, wow. Some nice ones and some not so nice ones.
Right.
But it's like, man, I really touched something there.
Yeah.
How could I know?
And the people that are going to write and say, oh, you said God was God's only mistake. You just admitted you're one of the fucking assholes.
You're right, yeah.
Yeah, so don't even do it. Just get fucked. I don't know why I got so angry about that, but I did.
Yeah. All right.
So let's talk about
that's our comedy. That's our comedy tip of the week. Our good. Let's see. Our good 36-minute comedy tip of the week.
All right. I'm back.
All right.
And the crazy thing is it doesn't even bother me that much. I think I'm just tapping into the energy of anybody who's ever had to deal with it, whether you're an audience member or a comic or whatever. I think I'm just tapping into it and just being a warrior for them.
Yeah. The ultimate warrior.
Yeah, because I've had a show where the audience was crazy.
Hold on. I like how we're we're going to stop talking about it.
Twice.
But here
Dean's
we go.
ranting. He's going to rant again. Here it comes.
You got to blow off the steam.
Yeah.
I don't want Dean to punch me.
I'm not going to do that.
He'd never punch me.
My hands are in my pocket.
He'd punch for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's like my bodyguard in a sense. So if I do say something offensive, I know Dean's got my back. I'm not so helpful for him in that regard, and that's why I have to book a lot of shows for us together.
But yeah, no. So I've had a show where I could tell the audience was just not paying attention. I did my time. I left, and that was it.
And you moved on.
And you know what? I got paid, and you paid to be there.
Yep.
Yeah. So whatever. It was a business transaction. That was it.
And you fulfilled your contractual obligations. So.
Yep. So now we are done with this topic.
Yes.
Dean is done ranting. You maybe saw a little more.
Wait, can I start ranting now? Do you want to rant? How much do I get to do? 36 minutes
ranting? That wasn't just me.
Yeah, I know.
The whole time.
I know. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. No, I'm good. Yeah, this is a topic obviously that we're passionate about because we want to have good performances and stuff.
Well, and I feel like even when people are talking and being stupid, the performances are great. It's just, I don't know.
All right, yeah, let's actually move on.
Yeah, it's like Generation Me. Speaking of Generation Me,
Good segue.
yeah, I've been thinking about Crystal Pepsi a lot. Next Generation Pepsi, that's where that came from.
Yeah, I was gonna say they did bring it back a few years ago. I tried it. It was fine. I mean,
It wasn't the same when they brought it back, or maybe...
well, it never is.
No, I know.
When they do those like nostalgia bringbacks. Like, let's see. So you said Crystal Pepsi. I was gonna say another one that they had taken away and brought back was the cinnamon French toast crunch. But now that's like a staple back on the market.
Oh,
Like
I thought you were going to say Ecto Cooler. Because I've
I
been
know
thinking
that was
about
your.
that a lot,
I know
too.
that was your other one too. But I'm just
Well, 'cause
saying
that
like,
was my custom donut.
yeah, from just put it in your mouth.
Yep.
Kraft Donuts.
Yep.
Shout out Nate
It was
Shear.
called the Ecto Monster.
Yeah.
Yep, that was the name of my donut. Because it was Ecto Cooler flavored.
I don't know if we named mine.
I thought it was just called the Cash Money Karl.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Yeah.
And no, it wasn't just like triple deep fried.
In bacon grease.
Yeah, no, it was pretty cool. I always like when Nate gives me one of those. So that's cool.
Yeah, you had edible gold on it even.
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, I don't know. I was just, maybe it's just with the new year coming around. That means, life's continuing to move. The earth is continuing to spin around the sun. And I was just thinking about it the other day, like, just when Crystal Pepsi first came out and there was that commercial with the Van Halen song. I don't even think you were born yet.
What year is this? Is it early?
I don't know.
I was 92.
It might have been right around then.
Okay.
Your mom probably put it in your your bottle.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Because it was the Right Now song by Van Halen, right now, this your tomorrow, right now.
I've used that song for mini golf
It's
reviews every now and then.
everything right now. Catch the magic moment.
It's actually kind of
Right
weird.
here and
It's
now.
suggested for me a lot on Instagram to use that song when
Really?
I'm gonna post a mini golf hole. It's like that's like the first
That's the
suggestion.
first one that comes up.
Almost all the time.
Really?
Now because of the holidays, I was getting a couple holiday ones, but I guarantee probably in like 2 weeks that's gonna be my number. Like as soon as I'm getting ready to post suggested song right now. I don't know. Maybe it's trying to be like, look at this post right now.
Yeah.
I don't know how they like justify like what they're.
Well, I know for Crystal Pepsi, it was trying to say like right now, like this is the moment, this is the future.
Capture Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah, Crystal Pepsi. But I think it was like, so whenever that song came out, it was sometime after that when Crystal Pepsi came out the first time. But I remember there was a lot of sodas coming out around then. There was like 7-Up Gold and all these crazy Coke 2s.
Well, because they were trying to be like
They're trying to revolutionize things, change things up.
Well, and at that point too, weren't they like? Wasn't that when Pepsi actually overtook Coke for the only time ever?
Because of
they
the Pepsi challenge.
Well, that and
Right?
yeah, and didn't they? Coke tried to get Michael Jackson to do the commercial,
And
and
Pepsi just lit him on fire.
well, yeah, he got lit on fire. But like the fact that they got Michael Jackson to do it, and he was
Yeah.
the biggest star in the world
Right.
at the time, and it was like, oh yeah, Pepsi's like, they're cool, they're hip.
Yeah.
Coke is what your grandpa drinks or whatever.
Coke is on its way out.
Right. Like it was like, oh, Coke's fine, but like Pepsi's,
I do appreciate
Pepsi's
Coke as
cool.
well.
But
But
I like some Coke products, but I don't like actual Coca-Cola. I'm Pepsi
Really?
through and through. Yeah, like wild cherry Pepsi. Boom, that's the best cola
that's
to
my
me.
that's actually my favorite drink to drink when I'm watching a movie in the theater.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I don't know why. I don't know what it is about it.
Well, I think it counteracts the salty butteriness of the popcorn the best. Like because you got the cola taste, which is it. It's just cola.
Like,
but
I don't-
the cherry, this little sweetness, the fruitiness, I think adds it, so I don't have to dump a box of like dots or whatever in the popcorn.
And it's crazy too, because like I won't go to the store and buy a 12-pack of cherry Pepsi.
Oh, I will.
or anything. But when I'm at the theater, it's often my go-to, unless they have a really cool flavor of icy,
Oh sure,
like Ecto Cooler.
Yeah,
Bring-
actually that would be a sweet. Wait, did I've only caught them on the like streaming platforms, but when they had the two newer Ghostbusters, the one after just the women Ghostbusters, so the
Yep.
Afterlife I think was the one, and the Frozen one.
Yep.
Was that ever actually in theaters, or was
Yeah.
it just straight?
Yeah.
So that would have been a great time to bring an Ecto Cooler,
Sure.
Slurpee, and you could have it in the Even though I don't think you... Well, actually, it was in the Afterlife one, but the Stay Puft Man,
Yeah.
that would be a great Slurpee cup. If it was like a...
Drink Slimer Ecto
Oh,
Cooler
actually,
out
no,
of...
Slimer would
Slimer would
Yeah,
be
you're
the-
right.
yeah,
You're
yeah.
right. Slimer would have been a good Slurpee cup, but the popcorn bucket, the Stay Puft,
Yeah,
that would
yeah.
have been sweet. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because now that's like their gimmick to get people to go to the theaters. Not that...
Yeah.
I mean, I like going to the theaters, but like
Did you see the one for Dune?
the sandworm. Yeah. Yikes.
And then the bucket.
Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah. They look like adult toys.
Yeah.
And I think they maybe were made to be that way because they get all buttery and slippery and
Maybe first date at the theater. But no. But when I think that would be cool to see that for a lot more movies. Like every, I don't know if you want to say every movie is blockbuster worthy, right? Which is a weird thing to say now since there's no blockbusters. But
oh, I thought you meant like they are a blockbuster, like that's a term for a movie that's successful.
right, I know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying it's weird to use that terminology when the blockbuster stores are all dead now because I think the last one finally closed, didn't it?
I think so, but the term blockbuster
I
came
know,
out before
I know.
the store.
I know,
Carl.
but I feel like that it references more towards the store to me. Like hearing that, I'm
Yeah.
thinking the store first, not that it's the show of the summer or whatever, the big hit. I don't know, but I think they should do a bucket for all the movies. I mean,
I've never seen a single cool. I haven't been to the movie theater in some time. The last movie I saw in the theater was Longlegs.
so
I guess it wasn't that long ago, but
I saw Beetlejuice.
yeah, I didn't. I mean, I saw it, but I didn't see it in the theater.
It was okay.
I liked it. I liked it.
I mean, it was the first movie to actually that I was like, I don't want to wait till it comes out on whatever streaming platform. I want to actually see it
Well,
because
they
I don't
come
want to
out
get spoiled.
so fast now.
Yeah.
Like today, you can already get Wicked on Amazon Prime.
Wow.
It's like $30.
Yeah, but you're owning it. You're
Yeah,
not
you're
renting
not-
it
no,
at that point.
right.
But I mean, that's the same cost as going to the theater, getting the snacks and everything too. So I mean,
Yep.
and it'll eventually probably go down.
I've been hearing a lot of weird things about Nosferatu. There's like a remake of it.
Well, there's been a couple. I think there's been a couple. There's like the one that was on like the boat, and then
oh
there's-
yeah,
that one looked pretty good.
I own that one on Instant Stream.
Because that was last year, I think that one came out, and then this one is like more modern Nosferatu, right? Like it's like current time.
I think so. I hear like people who have watched it have had mixed like feelings, and
Okay.
when at the end when they've left, there's been people. They always say that though, that you walk out and you are shaken and you are changed.
Yeah. No, I was gonna say, and also with critics, movie critics, I never listen to theirs because they always say
No.
like this movie was a flop, and I was like, that's been
Hey,
like
you
my
can
favorite movie.
flop on these nuts.
Yeah, that's been my favorite movie of the year or whatever.
Yeah.
Not flopping on this nuts. I'm saying whatever movie.
That's gonna be our new buddy comedy movie.
Flopping on the nuts.
Flopping the nuts.
We'll have Conquer from Conquer's Bad Fur Day.
And the giant poo. Have we talked about this on air already? I feel like we have.
What?
And I say on air, but you know what I mean.
Conquer?
Yeah.
No, we did the the video game soundtrack draft.
And I think we mentioned Conquer because I think
I said Banjo Kazooie, and that was because it's made
Yeah.
by Rare, which also made Conquer
and then
Bad
I
Fur Day.
started
But
singing the Great and Mighty Pooh song.
I don't think you did.
No?
I don't think so.
You gaslighting me?
No, I'm not.
I know, I'm
not
kidding.
intentionally. If
No,
I
I know,
am, but
I know, I'm
I
kidding.
don't think so. I honestly don't recall you doing that. Well, I mean, we probably talked about it or
Yeah.
on one of our drives to
That
a
was
show
my
or
favorite
something.
part of the game.
Just the song.
The Almighty Pooh. When he comes out and he's like an opera singing poop.
Yeah. I mean,
He's like, a huge amount of tish comes from my chocolate starfish.
anytime you get an operatic
Poop.
poop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Did I say that right? Operatic.
I don't know. I thought
Or
it was
it's
all
an
right.
operation colonoscopy.
That game was fun too. But no, that goes right back kind of the Crystal Pepsi thing.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was thinking about Ecto Cooler and Crystal Pepsi and a bag of Cool Ranch Doritos and just sitting up in my room at my parents' house, which has now been burnt down and destroyed. So I can't even go back there.
Can't live in the nostalgia that much.
No, it's actually across the street from my sister's house. Now every time I go there, I sit on her porch. And now it's like some guy's garden.
Huh.
And I just stare at it. And then I kind of wonder if any of my cool stuff like got in the ground somehow, and if I dug up his garden, if he found anything
Like
cool.
an archaeological dig.
Yes.
Yeah.
But anyways, no, and I was just thinking about that, sitting there playing, video games, drinking a Crystal Pepsi, and...
All right, well, hold on real quick, though. When you were playing video games, did you normally rent? Like, would you go out?
Yeah.
All right, so what was your rent spot? Was it Blockbuster, or was it Hollywood Video, or
depended.
Family Video?
There was no Hollywood Video.
You didn't have that up?
No.
But okay, that was mine particularly. We had Blockbuster and Hollywood Video, but...
There was, where I grew up, there was no Blockbuster. It wasn't until I moved here.
Okay.
There was like more ma and pa shop type things. Like there was a place called Vid Video. That was my favorite. Vid Video was my favorite. Vid Video was my favorite.
Shout out to Vid.
And then there was another place called TR Video.
You didn't like that one?
No, it was fine.
Oh, it's fine. But not as good as Vid Video.
Right.
What made Vid Video better than TR Video?
It was just bigger. TR was first. TR Video was first. And they always smelled the same.
Both stores?
Yeah, like they had... I think the tape, because it was tapes.
Oh, sure.
VHS, Beta. Yeah. They didn't have DVD then.
And they weren't pumping in other
But I remember when they first started having video games, I was like, whoa, what a great idea. And even the Pick and Save had a video game thing, and I used to rent... there was this WrestleMania game that was such garbage now, but... it was good.
Was it for N64 or what was it for?
Classic Nintendo.
Oh, classic Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah. And it was just so bad. All you could really do is punch and kick. And if you were fighting like the $1 Million Man, if you would hit him good, little dollar signs would come bouncing out of him, and then you had to collect them. And
I almost feel like I want that to happen to me if someone does punch me, but I don't want. But I don't want to encourage anybody to punch me. But I kind of have this feeling that happens if I do get punched. It's just like the coin sound effect. Cha-ching! Cha-ching!
Yeah, because there wasn't a lot of characters on the game. It was like Hulk Hogan, Macho Man, Andre the Giant, Ted DiBiase, Honky Tonk Man.
Undertaker?
No, he wasn't around then. He wasn't even around yet. This was a WrestleMania 3 time.
Oh, sure.
Might have been like the British Bulldog or someone.
Did you say Andre the Giant?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Of course I did.
I'd probably would have picked Andre out of that lineup.
I was always Hulk Hogan.
Of course, you're.
It was like punch, kick, leg drop, punch, kick,
eat your
leg
vitamins.
drop. The games didn't talk then.
Oh. Oh yeah, 8-bit music.
And like the music was just like.
We should. All right.
Or if you were the Macho Man, it was like. Or not the Macho Man, $1 Million Man. It was like.
We should do a remix of this. Let's do it right now. Do Hulk Hogan and I'll
just wait though, because it would cycle through even if I remember right, even if you weren't playing as that wrestler, it would just cycle through their theme music, and it'd be like. Like for the Honky Tonk Man.
Yeah. All right, you should do the Hulk Hogan's again, and let's just do a remix. I'll beatbox to it, and you do that. Ready?
Okay. How did I do it again? I started off with
or. Cool. All right, now, $1 Million Man, reach out to us and get on the podcast. Cool.
Yeah.
We just remixed it.
But no, I think that's why I was thinking about like the Crystal Pepsi and the Ecto Cooler and all that stuff, just with the new year. And I challenged Coke and Pepsi to bring it back.
Mm-hmm.
And then I attached like a clip of Nickelback's
photograph.
Far Away.
Oh, Far Away.
I love you. I've loved you all along. I miss you. That song?
Mm-hmm.
And then it has them on there, and I'm like, Coke, bring this back. Pepsi, bring this back. Which, surprisingly, they are sharing revenue on those videos I made with me. Yeah. And I'm like, okay, have fun with your 33 cents.
Well, you don't know that if that's the case, but...
Well, when I saw the notification come across, I thought it was going to get taken down for copyright or something.
Well, it could be like flagged or shadow banned or whatever. I don't know.
It's not, though.
Yeah.
It's doing all right. And
So
it
go watch
said-
the video and help him
Yeah.
give Coca-Cola 34 cents.
Oh, and Nickelback.
And Nickelback.
All three of them. So,
Nickelback gets a nickel.
yep, that's all they get.
Yeah, just they get that back.
They get that Nickelback.
And then, are you more Coke or more Pepsi? I think we have to decide this right now because
Coke owns Ecto Cooler. High C.
I figured
I didn't know
that
if people might not know that.
I didn't know that, but I figured that when you said that. But all right, which one do you want back more, Ecto Cooler or Crystal Pepsi? You have to decide this right now because you can't be on both sides of the fence for this one. You gotta. People are so particular. Guys, I was gonna say I never seen Dean think so hard about a decision before.
Oh man.
And I just interrupt him as he was saying Crystal Pepsi.
I'm going to say Crystal Pepsi. No, I am going to say Crystal Pepsi because there is a recipe online to make Ecto Cooler. I've just never tried it.
Yeah, I saw that they did that on the Bear,
It's like
the cooking show.
no, I know.
Yeah.
It's like what is that? It's
Let
like
me rephrase
it's like a
that.
tangerine
Cooking
flavored drink.
TV reality series. No, that's not even right. A cooking show. A show about cooking that's not real. I don't know how to describe.
I'm lost.
Because the Bear, it's not like Master Chef or Kitchen Nightmares. It's like literally a TV show about having a restaurant and cooking.
Oh,
So I don't know. I guess I described it there.
and it's called The Bear,
Yeah, you never
Oh,
seen
no.
it? Oh, you got to watch that one. That's one that you got to watch.
and they make Ecto Cooler
Yeah, that's one. And it's just like, I think season 2
because
or
it's like a mixture of like Tampico.
no,
Drink?
but he did it. He did it like out of all fresh ingredients. So it was all like different fruits, and he made. I don't want to spoil too much, but
way too much work.
you should watch at least the clip of him doing the Ecto Cooler because you're gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna do the online recipe. It's way easier now than
Yeah,
what he did.
I forgot what it is. It's like Tampico and I don't know, blue Gatorade and I don't know.
No, he's using all like cuts up like 500 different types of fruit.
That
and-
sounds even way better for you than the actual Ecto Cooler.
Yeah, it probably was.
Yeah.
But yeah, you should definitely watch that clip. It's actually a pretty funny scene in the show.
Because there is no recipe for Pepsi or Crystal Pepsi that I know of. So that's why I chose Crystal Pepsi
You
to come
should
back
probably
and
look up like on YouTube those guys that do like, because this one guy did a Fallout like Nuka Cola,
Oh yeah, I know.
and he did like a like with the creator of Fallout. Like he was like, here's the recipe that we kind of worked on together, and then he made it and sent it to him, and he made a couple different ones. But yeah, maybe there's someone that did a
Crystal Pepsi.
yeah, maybe.
I don't know how you would do that
Well, I mean, it's just like if you can
because I can't even describe the flavor because it's not. It doesn't taste like Pepsi.
You're right, but I'm just saying like you could use
And
like
it's
a
not
seltzer water.
citrusy either.
I know, but I'm just saying like you could use a seltzer water to keep the clearness, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it's just making sure the flavorings that you put in don't change the color. So no caramel color or whatever that they particularly use for colas.
Mm-hmm. Well, and that's what I thought it was originally. Is I thought it was just Coca-Cola without the.
You mean
coloring.
Pepsi without color?
No, there was Crystal Pepsi or Coke too.
Was there?
There's one in Japan. It's not called that though. It's just called Clear.
Coke Clear.
Clear Coke. Coke
Clear.
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 No, I mean it
Clear.
doesn't. It didn't taste. It wasn't just Pepsi. Sorry, without the coloring. But yeah, so there's a recipe on there. So you can actually make the Ecto Cooler
So that's your reasoning for wanting Crystal Pepsi
because
back,
I could at least try to make Ecto Cooler. I have no
Sure.
clue how to make Crystal Pepsi.
Well, like I said, we should probably see if we can find that. Maybe there is someone that gave it a go.
Yeah. So I was thinking about that. It's kind of a random thought. And another random thought is you pulled a little guy out of your pocket there,
Yeah, just
and
have a
you were
little
kind of smiling. You got a little
little Sasquatch.
little mini figurine. What is there some significance to that, or did you just find it?
No,
or?
well, it kind of does make me think about you getting that duck from that raven.
Yeah, did I ever show you that?
You
duck?
never showed me the duck.
Oh,
but
it's in my car.
You guys definitely show me that. But like, so I have a little Sasquatch figurine because for Saturday we're celebrating Christmas with my dad and my family on that side.
And your father's a Sasquatch?
Well, we call him Papa Squatch.
Oh, there's a Dr. Squatch. He makes soap.
You know, honestly, I don't want to. Never mind. I'm not gonna call my dad like that. But I was gonna say they wouldn't give him a sponsorship. But so we call him Papa Squatch, and we've been playing this derby
It
horse
almost
race.
sounds like Papa Squat.
Yeah, a
Like
little bit.
when you tell somebody to sit down, like, Papa Squat.
Yeah, a little bit. But we play this horse derby game for quarters, and it's like this card. You flip cards and you move them up the horse track and stuff. So I got my dad as for Secret Santa, so he doesn't listen to any podcast, so I don't have to worry about spoiling it. I made him a Papa Squatch Sprint, so it's the Papa Squatch Sprint, and so I'm making all these little Sasquatch characters for a Sasquatch version of the game, and I got Sasquatch cards, and I got wooded dice, and yeah, it's gonna be cool. So
Fun.
I have the Sasquatch with me because not that I need a friend to go with me everywhere. I'm not that desperate, but like I needed to go to Menards and figure out like a pin to put in it to put it on the board. So I got it, but I took him out because he was scratching me.
Oh, because the way you pulled them out of your pocket, and then you just had like this little, you had this grin on your face. You reminded me of like a little kid that was just like,
look what I got.
Well, like just shows you something and just sits there and stares with a smile.
Yeah, ask me about my Sasquatch.
Yeah. You can ask me about my Sasquatch?
No, he was just scratching me, so I had to take him out. And then it was kind of funny. I was like, Dean's gonna be like, he's just pulling.
Yeah, what the shit is that?
Miniature Bigfoot, which is an oxymoron, out of his pocket and just sets it.
I don't know. For his size, his feet are pretty big.
Yeah, proportional. Yeah.
You know what they say about guys with big socks, big feet. They need big socks. I fucked that up.
Yeah. And their shoes are expensive because they have to get them custom made.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So I feel like
that's a pretty good. I mean, we're pretty much like right on an hour, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah, we usually go about an hour.
Yeah.
I mean, I know when we started, we're like, maybe we should keep this one short today.
Yeah, but no, you just had to go on
36 minutes ranting. That was it. And I didn't go full rant. Like I was holding back.
Yeah, he was holding back a little bit.
Yeah. I think you've seen me rant a couple times.
Yeah, a couple times. I mean, I almost thought you were going to go full rant when I accidentally, like, said what show.
Oh, no.
But,
not
like that. I mean, we got to be honest with ourselves when things like that. I mean, I wouldn't want to particularly call out somebody if, like, they bombed a set or anything like that at any show. But, like, I mean, we should talk about particular shows when we have experiences like that.
Well, and the chances of, like, the particular audience member listening to the podcast and then associating that was them is minimal. And the worst thing that's going to happen is I'll get a phone call and some dude will be like,
yeah, and then
I'll be like, oh, hey, it's you.
Hey, I hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah,
even though nobody else could hear it.
Hope you enjoyed the show. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. I feel like that's pretty good for today, unless you got anything else you want to bring up. Otherwise,
no, I'll see you next week. That's cool. I think you've had enough time with me today.
An hour?
Yeah. And I think everybody else has too.
Right. Yeah, and everybody's probably going to be like, thank God he ranted and he talked about Crystal Pepsi. He got all nostalgic. I hope Dean's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Now I'm going to have to find you a Crystal Pepsi for next week. I'll figure it out. It might be like 3 years expired, but you're going to drink it anyway.
Okay, real quick. I did see a YouTube video where a guy actually had a bottle of it.
OG one?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and he opened it and he drank it.
And he's dead now.
He threw up his entire insides.
Oh, so he is dead now.
No, he didn't really. But he was throwing up, and
yeah.
I was just like, I didn't realize it could really go that bad. I figured it would just turn into like syrup and get like that.
Well, every time you have it, it's like you're thinking it's got all those preservatives in it. You're like, I'm drinking formaldehyde or something. And so if I die, I'm already embalmed. But no, that'd probably be bad.
It was thick when he drank it. Like it was thick. It was
maple syrup coming out of that.
Well,
sucker?
it was a little bit brown, just a little bit, and
that's a bad crystal. That's not Crystal Pepsi. That's crystal meth.
Yeah, that's not the good blue stuff like on Breaking Bad or whatever.
Yeah, that ain't pure.
Yeah, that ain't sky blue. Somebody cooked here.
That makes me hungry. I think we should leave now. Bye, everybody.
Okay, we're gonna go. Okay, bye.
That's it for today, but hold tight. We'll be back soon with more laughs inside. Move the mic stand, we're ready to go. Dean and Cash bring the comedy flow. With every tale, we're spreading joy wide. So come take a seat, join the fun ride.
This has been a Tapedeck Media production. Thank you for listening.